Alright, what is going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video, what I got going on for you guys right here is I'm back with another one, and pretty much what I'm going to be discussing today is just I'm going to be discussing 3 shoes that I would hold on to for longer than a year. I would just honestly get some pairs of these now or whenever, stock up on them, and then just hold them for a year, and that's all you really got to do, and you'll make some money pretty much doing this. It's just a basic concept, and all these are going to go up. I'm very confident in this, especially in after a year. I'd be very shocked if a shoe did make progress, and all of these are fairly limited. They're not like dropping again now, so kind of understanding that, then it just kind of hold on to and wait. That's really what it is. So if you guys want to check my Instagrams, any of that down below, those will be in the description, and I'd appreciate that. And also, if you want more videos like this, just subscribe and like down below. I got you guys. No like goal in this video, just as many as possible. But yeah, we're just up early recording a video, and everything really out of the way, so let's just kind of get into it. So the first 3 sneakers I want to discuss right here. This one, we're already kind of on it, so I guess we'll discuss it. I was moving this one to the front since I did want to mention it first. But this one did just release the University Gold Off-White Air Force Ones, or the Lemonade Off-White Air Force Ones, whatever you want to call it. This shoe, it's undervalued right now completely. You could say it's not really undervalued because it's still reselling, $1,500 to like $1,800. I still see some people selling them pretty easily for $2K on Instagram. So kind of seeing that market's around $1,500, $2K right now. This shoe will be worth probably another 1,000 more by next year, just because this colorway is so sought after. There hasn't been a lemonade colorway like this of the Off-White Air Force Ones, and you can go look at what like the black colorway of the Off-White Air Force Ones go for. This will eventually be at that point. I easily could see this one being kind of more at a $2,500 to $3,000 range a year from now. I could easily see that, or at least like $2,250 to like $2,500. Like I easily see those at that point. Just know it'll all be above $2,000. So this would be a kind of bigger investment, but I'm definitely considering it. Like putting some money down. It would be a very expensive hold. That's where it wouldn't maybe be as worth it, but it would be super beneficial down the line, because then a year later you'd have an extra 1,000 just from buying a shoe and holding it and literally paying the resale price. So that's all it really is. So I'm definitely considering it. Just know that I'm totally thinking about buying and holding on to a pair of these, just because I think it'd be worth it, honestly. To buy a shoe now for $1,500 to sell for $3K later, you know what I mean? Maybe it'll take a bit longer than a year, but I know they'll probably keep dropping colorways of this shoe. I'm expecting a couple other ones soon, but if they only do this one and they don't release any other colorways of the Off-White Air Force One for a while, then yeah, this is definitely a great hold. So the chart isn't really showing any progress right now. It's not really going up or anything. On release day, it was kind of going for around 2K, but people dropped the price heavy on these. But luckily, most of the people that got these are probably more experienced. I'm not really, I'm pretty sure nobody that was kind of newer to sneakers or newer to the sneaker game got these, but it's totally possible. So if they did, they made a great come up. But most of the people I saw with these were kind of OGs, and people that kind of knew what they were doing when it comes to botting sneakers and like spoofing the location, all that stuff. And most of the people are just in Boston too, so that helps when you're right by the place where it's supposed to happen. So if you were in Boston, you probably hit on these, and yeah, that's really how it is. So first pair at hold, Off-White Lemonade. Just know I'm confident in this one, and just know that it's going to be worth more, because under 2K in these, yeah, not for long, trust me. So another thing I would like to look into is the Pulse. Now, although they're not showing progress right now, they've actually, surprising enough, been kind of dropping. They haven't been restocking or anything, but they've been just kind of staying at their range of like $750, $700, and they originally were kind of up at a price of almost $1,000 at one point. They were kind of averaging that. They had a point when they spiked up, and this is when I kind of became interested in them, because that showed me that people there was some demand for them, so I kept a close eye. Alright, back in the video. My bad about that. Hopefully my camera will focus on me there. But yeah, when I saw these originally spike up, it showed me that there was demand for them. So I know these are still a popular shoe. I know that people want them, and they're most definitely undervalued right now. All of them are kind of under $1,000. I'm pretty sure every size, other than when you kind of get bigger towards like size 12, anything above that starts to touch, near 900, 1K. And I think 12 and a half is still, I still think people are paying high for 12 and a half. So RIP if you're 12 and a half on What the Pauls. You are not finding a pair for the low. It seems like they're still above $1,000. So kind of seeing this, it is a longer term hold in my opinion. I already kind of knew that, but this shoe is just too dope in my opinion. The fact that it's a collab with P-Rod, the Nike skater. He won X Games 8 times. He's just a legendary skater from what we know. My friends have actually told me about this. One of my friends that's really into skating, he's like, yeah, he's just like OG. So like, you know, you have to kind of understand like a shoe like this. He told me even, he was like, this shoe will be like $2,000 in the future just because of what it's based off. And in hand, it is a very clean shoe. Trust me. The shoe is definitely worth it. Once you see it in hand, you're like, all right, yeah, now I kind of see what people are talking about. A lot of detail, a lot of work, a collaboration with a Nike skater, and it's on a SB. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't even need to say too much, but if you already are in on this one with me, I think a lot of you are. I mean, just keep it. Don't, you know, look at what the Paul Dunks or any What the Dunks have done over time. Look at this. Last sale, $9,000, and this is a pair of What the Dunks. So, I mean, maybe if you hold those ones this long, I'm not going to hold these ones for 10 years, 5 years, but I'll hold them for 1, maybe 2, you know, and make that like 1,500, 2K, you know what I mean? Like, definitely would be worth it down the line. Trust me, I would appreciate my past self for that. So that's kind of my main concept of holding a lot of these shoes, and that's why I made the title of this video this. These are longer term holds, so expect to be holding these longer. Do not buy these if you don't have money to put aside, you know what I mean? It's kind of, I guess, kind of like a stock, but final one I want to discuss is Jordan 1 University Blue. Easily a $600 shoe down the line, and in a year I definitely could see it being at more or less 500, 600 in all sizes. Now, the reason I say this is because I think it'll plateau a bit at 450. I think it'll get up to that point fairly soon. I think around Christmas time we'll see it kind of touching around maybe 450, 425 around there. And I think after, you know, we start to get into the newer year, new releases start coming out, people kind of, you know, stop, like, forget about these a little bit, you know, because we're going to start having newer shoes. We'll have some more hype releases that people will be discussing. So since we'll have the new stuff, people forget about the old. There'll be less dead stock pairs of these, and then yeah, they'll go up. And honestly, just because it's a University Blue colorway, this one's really good in hand. I know a lot of people that are fans of this one. I mean, look at the amount of sales. Look at the amount of sales that StockX probably has for these, bro. 37,900 sales for this shoe, bro. I mean, just that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's so many pairs. So yeah, just seeing that, I mean, of course the demand's there. Just once we literally, the demand's going to stay the same and less pairs are going to come about. And once less pairs come about, people will pay more for it. So however long I have to hold this one, I don't care. I've already, you know, I got my pairs for a great price. I've already made money on my Uni 1s, on my Uni 4s. I could sell them if I want right now, but I'm not going to do that because your boy doesn't want to sell his pairs. We're going to wait, kind of see what happens. I still want to get a couple more too. I am holding them longer term, so I probably will do that, but I need to find kind of a place where I can, you know, find them a bit cheaper, so I'm going to have to look for that. And yeah, just again, this one, I mean, it's also a Jordan 1 too, and I feel like Jordan 1s, they haven't like, it's still a fairly popular model, if not one of the more popular models right now. So just understanding that, I mean, this is one shoe that people buy to wear also. Like, I notice a lot of people do resell the shoe, but a lot of people have this just to wear. I mean, Jordan 1s are dope, you know what I mean? So another one I would hold for the long term, Jordan 1 University Blue. I've got a couple of these, and I want a couple more, so that should tell you enough. But that's all I really need to say right there. We'll just kind of hop into the outro, because I feel like I've explained everything right there. If you have any questions, just feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be there answering them for you guys. And subscribe and like for more videos like this. Of course, the like video in this goal, we didn't put one, but, you know, just as many as possible. And that's really all I got to say, you know, just it helps the channel get out there more. You guys have been showing a ton of love lately, so thank you all. I'm going to keep working hard for the channel, keep trying to post every day, as long as I got some ideas, which you guys, you know, leave them down below. I'll definitely do, I do requests, of course. If you have any idea you want to see me do, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll end this now. Of course, Instagram's all that down below. I think I'm eventually going to post something soon, just stay tuned. But yeah, I'm Tristan. Thank you guys for watching, and I got a lot of stuff to do today, so let's get this edited. Peace.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the tea. Now water can flow or it can crash.